Howdy Howdy, this is Blue Otter, and today we're playing Tavern Talk.
Once upon a time in a world far, far away, in a realm ruled by dragons and magic. Well, actually, it was this land specifically. Not that far away. Let me start over. Once upon a time, somewhere in Gaia, not that far away, there was a tavern. My tavern.
Quaint little tavern.
A place for anyone looking for an adventure or a quick refreshment. A place open to everybody. Even jackdaws, I suppose. But I'm not just your typical innkeeper. My drinks are infused with magic to aid ambitious adventurers on their quests. To make sure they always return victorious. Big shoes to fill, I know.
Repeat customers and clientele.
Then again, what's the worst that could happen?
Hiya, Innkeep. How's it going? All fine and dandy? Can't complain. How about you, Fable? All fine and dandy? Yes, all fine and dandy. I had such an exciting day. Really, really exciting. Did you go on an adventure? Even better. I took a walk around the grove, and then I replanted a mushroom that had fallen over. Then I patiently waited for it to turn into a mushroom monster, or a mushroom mimic, maybe a gnome. Did it? No, but I got to take another walk around the grove. How was it? Great! I got to see the same stones, the same trees, the same Eremethine Hydra guarding the entrance to Avalon, the same moss. I even got to water the asters. They didn't really need it, but I was there, so... Sounds very exciting. Who am I kidding? My life is exciting as a roasted nut. Nuts are healthy, very thrilling in sauces or as a snack. There are various types of nuts: walnuts, peanuts, hazelnuts. I'm allergic. Oh. I didn't know that. Oh, no worries. I mean, I never told you. And hey, at least something would happen if I ate a nut, just not something very fun. No, allergies are not fun. Anaphylactic shock and all that, does that count as an adventure? No, I think that would count as a mistake. So what you're saying is that you're missing some spice. Oh, no. No, I have a very sensitive stomach. I don't think chilies would help me much. Though I'm very good at growing Phoenix chilies. I was talking about the spice in your life. Oh, that's what you meant. Well, yes, exactly, that's it. There's no chili flakes, no garlic, no dragons. Just a lot of salt. I'm like a bland soup. So a classic case of boredom, I see. Do you know that feeling when nothing exciting is going on in your life? Every day. Like life isn't bad, but also not particularly fun? Okay, so we have a choice. Now, in the demo I did, have you tried visiting a circus? And I've said this before, I actually wrote my master's thesis on the circus. So I'm going to do this, so I'm going to try this one. Have you tried adding some zest to your soup? Huh? Drama, buzz, excitement, something fiery. Go to the theater or a gala. Arrive in a hot air balloon. A hot air balloon? Don't they fly up really high? Yes, I think that's the point. I'm afraid of heights, and of people, and of actors. But apart from that, I'm trying. I tried singing, but what is singing if not the telling of a tale? How can I sing of things if I never lived through anything? What do you mean? Well, day in, day out, I live in the same green soup of routines. Sure, I have my forest, and I look after it, but I want to get out and see something. Like, for example, listen to the song I started writing. I wish to be a hero, slaying mighty drakes. I wish to meet a pretty nymph, resting by the lakes. So a pretty nymph that's pretty daring, or that sounds like a good song opening to me. Oh, really? You think so? Well, perhaps it has a nice flow to it. But nothing actually happens in it, because all I do is sit around and wish for things to happen. I don't even know what nymphs do. I've never met one. Taxes, maybe? No, I don't think so. I would love to sing about the exciting, magical things I encounter. But to be honest, the most exciting thing in my life is coming to your tavern and discovering new drinks. Not a lot of songs you can write about that. I wouldn't mind a jingle. I'll think of one. Can I mention nymphs? I'd prefer if you didn't. Okay, maybe one day I'll get to offer them their own jingle. In the meantime, can I offer you a drink? Yes, I'd love a drink. The usual? Yes, please. That means a swift strike, in case you forgot. Thank you for the reminder, Fable. It's my favorite. It always makes me feel like a feather-light nymph floating on the waves of a sunny lake. Do you want to be with a nymph or be the nymph? Both? But mostly I want a swift strike. Message received. Although, I was wondering, I've been coming to your tavern for so long and I still don't know anything about how you make your drinks. Could you show me? I sense a tutorial. I'm going to do the tutorial. Really? Yes, I can't believe I'm doing the tutorial. What should I do? Do I need to put on an apron or summon a familiar? How do I summon a familiar? Just follow me. Welcome to my drink mixing nook. So this is what it looks like back here. Hello, Endu. Careful, I haven't fed him yet. Where do we start? Well, usually I start by figuring out what my patrons want. To make sure I don't forget what they ordered, I take notes in my journal. Let's have a look. Oh, you pinned my order. I did. If I want to look for specifics, I check my detailed notes. I do keep a log just in case. When I'm sure I know what was asked of me, I browse my recipes. Can't you just freehand mix something to see what sticks? No, I'd like to mix and match for a more varied result, but the right balance is crucial, so I stick to my recipes. When I've settled on one, I can use the chalk to draw it on the board. So what if I pick the wrong one? I can either erase it with a sponge or just pick a different recipe. My ingredients are stored in the 5 bottles on the right, over here. There's dexterity, intelligence, defense, strength, and charisma. I think dexterity sounds the tastiest. I had a feeling you might say that. If I mess up or want to redo my drink for any other reason, I can simply feed my mistakes to Undo. Once I'm done, I ring the bell to activate the primordial vortex. Actually, I don't need to bore you with the magical details. Just try making a drink. You've got this. Okay, so we're going to come over here and we're going to find the Swift Strike, draw a recipe, and so one of the things that I've noticed is that it goes around and it feels like this little pentagon here in the middle. And each one of these little arrows tells you, there's a little arrow at the tip. So each one of those tips tells you it's one of those. So here, and it corresponds over to this chart over here. So I have this little shield corresponds to this one, so we pour 1 of those. And that's going to match for that, for this tip. And then we're going to have 1 of here. And that's 1. And now we need 1, 2, 3 of this one. So we're just gonna finish that out. And thank you, Andu. We have our Swift Strike. And there's our drink. Goes through some magical thing, and we get a new cup. Wow, it actually does teleport. Of course it does. What did you think was happening? I thought you were just very good at sleight of hand. I see. Give your creation a taste. That's delicious. I made that. You made that. Thank you for showing me the ropes. Thank you for your enthusiasm. These adventures you dream of, aren't you scared they'll be the end of you? Maybe, but how would I know if I never try? Do you actually want to try? Well, yes. I want to tell great stories, but... But what? Never mind. We have a mysterious stranger in a staring contest. How can I help you? A drink. For you? Right. What kind? Drinkable? Very specific, thank you. How about a spoken heart? Some charisma couldn't hurt. Sure, whatever. All right, so we are going to open up our journal. We want spoken heart. So it's going to go all the way there. We're going to draw the recipe. I want 1. 1. And then we're going to do 3 of... There we go. Spoken heart. Here's your drink. Quiet person. This should be digestible. Maybe even tasty. Thanks. It looks like a Mai Tai. It reminds me of a Mai Tai. Almost washes away the memories of that banshee haunting the lonesome lagoon at night. And her bone-shattering song of sorrow. Almost. All right. The brooding type, I see. What are you thinking about, Fable? Just dreams. Yours or someone else's? Mine. Other people seem to have the courage to follow theirs. Why can't I be like that? Isn't that up to you? I wish it was. My brother says my dreams are a fool's errand, that I'm running away from where I belong. We are rangers, Fable. We belong in the woods, like the stream that ripples down the mountain. Or the birds in the trees, we keep the balance. It's what we're meant to do. And is that what you want to do? Yes, no, not really. I want to experience things outside the safe borders of the forest. I want to live a life full of adventure. Boredom will feel like bliss. I want to be brave and strong. And I want to sing songs about my adventures that make other people yearn for that same freedom. Of course, I could never leave the Ashen Grove behind forever. It's my home. But there's nothing wrong with going away from time to time, right? I mean, my brother looks after the grove, as well as my sisters. I think it'd be fine without me. Then you should do what your heart desires. Will it stop aching then? I think so, yes. What if it's wrong to leave, though? What if destiny never meant for me to leave? What if it did? That would be a dream come true. Be your own Jenny, Fable. Your adventures start with you. Thank you, Innkeeper. You really are the most exciting part of my day. Bye, Fable. Greetings, traveler. How may I help you? You own this establishment, Innkeep? Last time I checked. Humph. With whom do I have the pleasure? The name's Caerlin. You can call me Care or Lynn. Couldn't care less. Nice to meet you, Care. Lynn, what can I do for you? Perhaps something to drink? You do that thing with the quests, right? So they say. Do you want one? You can have a look at my notice board. Ugh, no. No quest for me. But I may have one for you, or your notice board. Tell me more. Heard of a werewolf making trouble in Tavern, terrorizing farmers, tearing sheep apart, the whole program. A werewolf? That's news to me. Listen, me too. Didn't see one in almost a decade, and that was far south in Arave. Been wondering if it's the same one, just moving up like a nomad. I thought the werewolf hype died along with that one romance novel. You mean the one with the vampires? Think so. Nah, they just split society into two camps, Team Werewolf or Team Vampire. Which one are you, Innkeep? Given the present company, we're gonna go Team Werewolf. Is it the fur or the pecs? Neither. Questionable experience with the other camp, more so. I'm itching to ask for details. Don't. How about you? Wouldn't you like to know? Yes, that's why I asked. Keep guessing. Has anyone ever told you you could pass as a werewolf? Yes, all the time, at least twice a day. Only downside of looking like a wolf is getting mistaken for one. I see. Is that why you don't want to take care of the werewolf yourself? Yes. No. I'm just afraid he might look too much like my Uncle Dragon. Would feel bad for slaying that fella. You know, hunchback, hairy, crooked teeth. Is that a werewolf or just Uncle Dragon? You can't tell. Same fate befell Aunt Olga. I'm sorry to hear that. Nah, that hag had it coming. Never fall behind your grooming schedule, or before you know it, the next wannabe Van Helsing will strike you down with a silver arrow. Do the Van Helsings also hunt werewolves? Don't know. Don't care enough to check. Either way, that southern werewolf, yeah? Right. Anything else that might help others get done with it rather swiftly? Fetch. Pardon me? Should they get into a dangerous situation, they'll just have to start playing fetch. That works? On any dog, trust me. Good to know. Thanks, Caerlin. It's not that hard. Either Caerlin, Care, or Lynn. We'll go with Care this time. Alright, Chief. You got a name, or is it just Innkeep? Just Innkeep for now. Playing hard to get, I see. Well, Innkeep, then before I venture on, you've got a drink for me? Of course. What would you like? I'll take something powerful, something with a whole lot of strength. And don't you dare give me that watered-down muck instead. Okay, something with a lot of strength. So we want something with sword. So that's going to be a southern brawler. We're going to draw the recipes. So we want one of that one. One of this one. And then we're going to do 3 of... There we go. Southern Brawler. A drink with 0 water as requested. Not bad. Just what I was craving. Thanks. Where will you head from here? Capspec west through the Ashen Grove. Got some business to take care of. What kind of business? Personal business. Care to elaborate? No. But you won't stop asking until I do, will you? No. My cousin claims her crops are being stolen by undead snails. Obviously, I'm pretty sure she's hallucinating. But I did hear from some folks complaining about an undead uptick in the west, so might as well humor her. And make sure she hasn't turned into an undead snail herself? Something like that, yeah. It's odd, ain't it? Resurrecting the dead? It's certainly unconventional. That's one way to put it. I think there's not much use digging up the past. It's just going to open wounds you stapled shut. Or eat your face. The past haunts everyone willing to listen. Would you mind talking like a normal person? I ain't exactly up for philosophizing. You started this conversation. And I'm ending it. Alright, well then. If you find any more rumors for me or need aid, don't shy away from coming back. I'm more of a lone wolf, don't do groups, but sure, for more work, I'll be back. I'll be waiting. Speaking of rumors, you know how to turn them into proper quests, right? Don't want them to go to waste. So yeah, let's use some help. We'll go to the tutorial. Fine, I guess I got a few minutes. Let me see your setup. This is where I sort all the rumors I've collected. I also keep them written down in my journal so I don't forget. Smart. I think the best next step would be sorting the matching snippets on the quest page. Just drag them over and make sure they're all for the same quest. Otherwise, you'll end up confusing adventures. Once you're done, select the quill of yours and it'll be written up. Got it? Got it. Thank you for your help, Care. Put it on my tab. That's not how that works. Good night to you too. Alright then, let's assemble this quest. Alright, so we have... Volcakin... Caerlin told me about a werewolf who is roaming around Caerlin, a potential threat to villagers. Werewolf's secret weakness is plain fetch. Apparently no dog can resist the urge to run after a stick. Can we determine where it goes? Yeah. The werewolf previously has been seen in Erevan, a southern town, a nomad, or do they have a goal in mind? And the quill. A werewolf on detours. Feeding Andu, sweeping up, and turning out the lights. Act 1, The Wayfarer's Inn. 2, Prelude to Bravery, 58th of the Wake.